Mr. Desai, thank you so much for speaking with the CSR Journal.
Pleasure.
You are now the Secretary of Mumbai for BJP. I would like to know about the recent initiatives that you have taken at a local level.
See, I personally feel that the society needs to be changed, and for this change to get into effect, everyone has to contribute in some or the little way, whichever he or she can.
Okay.
We, along with politics, we have a trust which is named as Jagar,
Okay.
which means awakening. And through this trust of mine and my colleagues, we are into many initiatives like distributing free notebooks to the needy children, helping them for their educational aid, helping youth for their advanced trainings in various careers that they are pursuing. We have a free ambulance service running for the entire area for the last almost 15 years now.
You are associated with the BJP to a very large extent. They are also talking about the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan campaign, the digital India, the digital literacy. Tell me more of how do you implement that at the local level?
I believe the call given by the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is in fact an awakening call which needs to be taken in the right perspective by the citizens at large.
Okay.
Every mission or every aim that the Honorable Prime Minister has set for this nation, every electoral promise that the Prime Minister has assured the nation, I feel it is well within the reach. But for Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, unless every single Indian decides to get involved in this movement.
So maybe the government is talking about it. It is the new buzzword around in the country. But sometimes people don't always know how to reach out, probably to make a difference and implement it. So probably if I want to make a difference to a particular village or a particular society, building or a school, and I want to say probably build clean toilets for them. How do I reach out to make that difference as a local person?
See, as I said, the corporation, the corporates today, individuals, business houses, all have enough funds to give away to projects which actually can make a difference. However, when it comes to the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, least what is expected of a Mumbaikar is to drop the waste into a bin.
Okay.
I have been telling the constituents, the area which I represent is almost 70% dominated by slums.
Okay.
And I have been telling my voters over the last 15 years that the corporation, the municipal corporation of Mumbai spends around 300 crore rupees every year just to keep the city clean the way it is today.
Okay.
The way it is today. We can't be claiming that it is 100% filth free.
Correct.
However, in spite of that, the corporation is spending 300 crores just to achieve this target.
But that is separately from the BMC. I'm saying under the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan mission, how much of that is coming towards cleanliness and hygiene factors?
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you. So what I have been telling them is that in case if you only decide that you will litter only in the dustbin, or the waste will go only in the dustbin and not litter around, this cost of 300, which is the taxpayers' money, it's a money of the citizens. Correct. And you and me and everyone. This cost of 300 crores will come down to 100 crores.
Okay.
That by giving 200 crores for the city to improve its other infrastructure or other areas which the corporation looks into.
So that's on the Swachh Bharat side. When I come to digital India, I would like to know, say probably there's a manhole that is open. Even recently the BMC has been sued for 1.5 crores by a person who lost his leg in a manhole.
Yes.
So if there is a manhole that is open and I want to report to you about it, using the digital platform, how do I reach you?
With regards to the digital programs in place, we have a portal We have the corporation has its own portals whereby you can even text it to the corporation. The all the local the maintenance officers have this number whereby any citizen for that matter can complain on that. There is 191616. There is the corporation number where you just have to click a photograph and upload it, and then eventually you get the cognizance of it, or the action taken of it is reported back to it.
Okay, tell me more about the CSR initiatives that have been promised in your manifesto and the agenda that's been there for the country and which has been implemented at a grassroots level.
See, I'll tell you, I personally feel that along with CSR, every citizen of India should follow an MSR, that is minimum social responsibility.
Okay.
I give due credit to all those companies and also to the government who has made CSR almost like a habit or a rule.
It's a mandate.
It's a mandate for the companies. However, I feel that if the CSR module is worked with local at a very local level, involving the local NGOs or citizens or groups, I think it will have a larger effect. What I ideally feel is that the CSR should be adopting couple of CSRs together should be adopting a project in one area. What happens now is the efforts are scattered.
Okay.
And probably because the efforts are scattered, the results that needs to be derived are not exemplary or not visible.
Okay.
So while the efforts put up are the same, while the amounts that has been spent is the same, however, the results that are derived are not
equivalent.
Are equivalent to the efforts that have been put up.
Okay.
I hope that the culture is changing, and with vibrant tabloids and publications like y'all, I'm sure it's gonna make much bigger effect.
Different. The youth in our country is about 35%. What do you do to involve them, increase the awareness with them specifically, because they are the ones who are going to take the nation forward? The ideas and the rules that we talk about today, they are going to be the ones who are implementing tomorrow. So how do you involve the youth and make them a core unit in all the activities and initiatives?
I think we show them, we lead them by example.
Okay.
Me on a personal level have always been giving them this feedback as to what the society expects of a youth.
Okay.
I have been telling them that even if you rather than not that I say ki organizing a cricket match or a DJ function is bad, not that it is bad, but I believe the society expects much more than this from a youth.
Okay.
And so I always keep on telling them that even if as a group you take the initiative of adopting one girl student or one meritorious student who is unable to meet up with his academic expenses, I said volunteer for it, and till the time you can, else you can approach people like us. This is how you need to change the face of the society. This is now how the society should feel, that these are youths whom we can approach for any or other good cause. And I said, not necessarily does doing something better for the society always involve a cost, not necessarily. So I feel that although the awareness may be less and every one of us may put in efforts to do this, but what I have seen is there still needs to be more awareness in the youth about their responsibilities as citizens or as caretakers for this nation in the future.
Give me a larger perspective of the link that you see between politics and corporate social responsibility.
See, I tell you, unfortunately, I may people may differ, but I somehow feel that corporate social responsibility they have kept themselves slightly away from the political setup.
So that's a good thing.
Now this is this is an area where there
The
could
grey
be,
area.
yeah, it could be debated. That is because till the time the CSR feels that the politicians or political parties do not know the actual problems of the society, they may feel it is always better to keep them away.
Okay. But
This-
wouldn't you see problems such as lobbying or maybe donating in areas where there is self-interest? That becomes another argument. If all of this starts and then a monitoring body is also required.
See, as I said, let monitoring body be that CSR team itself.
Okay.
However, if a political outfit comes up with a very good idea and approaches a company to aid this project through their CSR funds, only because it is an idea generated from a political body, does it becomes a taboo?
No.
So that shouldn't be the case. It should be, as I said, it should be open.
So you believe that everyone who is involved in CSR primarily believes that CSR in itself is about improving the society and not about augmenting business influence.
I want it to be that way.
But do you actually think it's prevailing in that manner?
As I said, casting aspersions or raising doubts about their integrity may not be the right thing. However, as I said, till the time they build their brand and at the same time help the people at large, it's a welcome decision.
What is the kind of experience that you have had in the CSR field on a personal level?
See, it could be a matter of coincidence or otherwise, but we have not been approaching the companies to take on projects that we have been carrying on through their CSR funds. We do at times go to business houses on a very personal level and have always been helped. But whether it's a part of CSR is one's doubt.
So the kind of help that you have received is not necessarily CSR, but because you're
Yes.
politically active and they've helped you on a
Yes,
personal level with
I have
funds.
certainly received help from some good business houses for the projects that we have.
So you're in conversation with these companies
We
also.
are.
What is the kind of advice that you give them?
No, it's rather than advice. It's always that they too have certain ideas.
Okay.
It is very nice to find out such companies and honchos of such companies or such business houses also so very aware of the perils of the society, the troubles of the society, that I have seen them suggesting and asking us to get projects to them so that they can, if not directly, at least indirectly, in whichever way that they could, with whatever amount that they could spare, be a part of such works.
What is your opinion about the current phase of CSR, and what do you think are the challenges this field is facing?
See, what I feel is that now with the legislation in place, what would come to CSR is being monitored.
Okay. But do we need a monitoring body for that?
No, but it is always better to have a monitoring body. Not that monitoring body needs, as I said, we need to trust. But at least if someone for that matter may not adhere to the
It's not
legislation.
completely transparent at all times.
So at least there is a monitoring body which can.
So you're in favor of a monitoring body to be in place?
As I said, the CSR is not a very old concept and not within our system, our individual system. So parting money for someone else is not what we think are.
But see, we were always in the habit of telling us that it should be hereditary. What I keep for my children and grandchildren. We were in that, but we did not give it to someone outside. But then corporate houses, they had all of hereditary tax was removed, personal tax was removed, a lot of cess was there. So after that, they started making large amount of profits, and they didn't give back to society. That's when the mandate came into the picture, and it was necessary. So when that money also they're not giving willingly, the monitoring body is required, don't you think?
No, as I said, that that monitoring body is welcomed.
Okay.
That monetary body is welcomed. That is the reason why I said, because we do not have that system deep within us to share our things.
Okay.
So probably for some more time, I believe for some more period, this monitoring system should remain.
Okay. When I tell you
Yeah.
about how does the political body at a large level, at a small level, and how do the corporates work together, because they have that kind of strength to reach out. The funds are also available. The manpower is also over there. How do you think they can work together in sync to make a difference in such a diverse country?
No, that is precisely what I said. Ki primarily the idea of keeping politicians away, because the politicians are generally kept away by CSR for two reasons.
Okay.
One is that quid pro quo, that is that allegation that may surface on them.
Okay.
And the secondly is that in case if they aid a project of one political party, the other political party, either you have to aid them or they take you as your enemy or rival, whatever the case may be, or you helping them. So I feel that even political parties from the city should rise above all this.
Okay.
Should rise above this petty politics and actually help the CSR collectively to make a difference.
Okay.
Because whatever funds that are coming should be welcomed, because in turn they are for the betterment of the someone who
The
doesn't
local person.
is not fortunate enough to have that facility.
Okay.
So I believe the political parties have to resolve their petty political differences, at least when it comes to something like the CSR funds.
Are there any companies in particular that you admire for their approach towards sustainability?
Company. I was just reading day before yesterday. There was it a tweet or was it it was about the Tatas.
Okay.
There was an article which read that the Tatas give one day off to every worker of theirs who donates blood.
Okay.
So someone from the company, the managerial staff from the company approached the Tatas and told them, the family, and told them, why do we have to give one more day off, because the blood gets replenished in 24 hours.
Okay.
So that day off is fair enough.
Yeah.
So what the Tatas had to say is, it's not about the man hours. They had calculated some man hours which will go wasted. So they said it's not about the man hours getting wasted. Just imagine when the blood is used by someone who needs it, when it is given to someone who needs it, how many hours is he saving of his life?
Okay.
So if you calculate the man hours lost by the man hours that have been gained, so my country is gaining rather than losing.
Okay.
So I believe that it's a model, or it's a thing that needs to be taken by every company. I feel that the youth today needs to be more interactive with the concerned, or with it may be NGOs, it may be the CSR departments, and they need to be involved in these programs.
How do you think that can change at a larger scale? Of course, you have your trust who's doing various works and taking up projects, but on a larger scale, the involvement and the awareness, the words are going around, but maybe that is not translating, into activities and change. How do you think that can be improved by taking the youth into consideration?
No, I feel that the government can coordinate between the CSRs and the youth. The government can take an initiative. We have the youth ministry in the government. They can involve some officers, some nodal agencies who can organize this youth power along with the CSR, get them together, and then go about having a project. The funds will be theirs. The physical contribution will be of the youth. The youth may feel that we were directly involved in this project. The CSR will feel that we have involved the youth as well as we have attained what we actually wanted to, and it will be a win-win situation for both.
Okay.
And the youth tomorrow, once involved in such a program, will look forward for such eventualities early.
Okay. Mr. Desai, thank you so much for throwing light on your ideas and speaking with the CSR
Pleasure
journal.
was all mine, Neha, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much.